This is Jimmy Primos. He is Vice President of Primos Calls. He's been with his cousin Will Primos the whole time he's been in the call business, and Jimmy's Vice President of Customer Relations for Primos. Jimmy, what do you do? How do you use deer decoys, and how effective do you think they are?
Deer decoys can be very effective. I don't use them all the time. Certain periods, especially pre-rut and rut, they work very well, especially with dominant bucks. Um, one thing I do, of course, bow hunting, I set that decoy, where the deer can see him, usually edge of a field, something like that. I like to put a doe decoy with that buck. Makes it much more realistic. And what I'll do is I'll lay that doe decoy down, have the the buck decoy facing the doe and facing in the direction my tree stand is. Usually, a buck when he comes in will try to circle that decoy, come at him from behind. He's going to charge him or whatever, but just normal. He's going to go after that buck, so he wants to come at him from the back. One thing I do though, the tail on a deer decoy, I do not use a tail. Wind start blowing that tail, and you just don't know that it makes it look unnatural if it's just flopping around there. And deer, a buck coming in, instinctively, you've seen deer that are aggressive and they highly twitch that tail, and sometimes that tail stands straight up. They look at that. That's a sign that they look at. So I don't use a tail on a deer. I don't think a deer knows when the tail's not there, but he sure knows if that tail's flopping around.
How effective do you think deer decoys are, Jimmy?
They can be very effective, just like turkey decoys. Sometimes they work great, sometimes they don't work at all. You got to be very careful with them. Wear rubber gloves, latex gloves. Don't get your scent on there. I don't like to use any doe or estrus scent because sometimes that can send the wrong message to a deer. So I keep them clean and as scent free as possible. Deer decoys can be very noisy setting up. Now we make some that are kind of rubber molded, and you can bang on them with a baseball bat and they won't make any loud noises. But going through the woods and stuff like that with some of them that are made out of plastic, they make a lot of noise. And so if you have that type, they will work. Just be careful, get in there early and set them up early and make as little noise as possible.
Okay, thank you.